everybody, welcome to Brick Vault. My name's Jack and today is my lucky day because I get to build the Imperial Star Destroyer. This set is recommended for ages 9 to 14. It is set number 75055 and it has 1,359 pieces. Included are 6 minifigs. We have 2 stormtroopers, an Imperial officer, an Imperial Navy trooper, an Imperial crew member, and Darth Vader. The Star Destroyer seems to be equipped with a bunch of spring-loaded shooters and the whole thing seems to fold out and you can see the bridge. Let's see how many bags we have inside. So we have a lot of bags here. They're labeled up to 10, but as you can see, there's a lot of repeat bags. In fact, most of these bags are repeats. There are a few stickers involved, and we have 3 decent-sized manuals. And as an added bonus, the set comes with a poster. On one side of the poster, it seems to be a battle scene of a Star Destroyer going up against some B-Wings. And on the other side, you can see quite a few unique Star Wars minifigs with their names and set numbers printed below. And now for my favorite part of any LEGO set, the build. So we have the base of the Star Destroyer built now. You have an idea of how big it's gonna get, and next step is building up the bridge and adding some thrusters to the back. So the ship has really taken shape. As you can see, we've built most of the interior. Some of the minifigs are done, and now we're gonna really focus on the outside. This is a kind of nice bisection of the Star Destroyer. You can see it is in its full length, and just need to add a couple more plate pieces and we should be good. Just finished the Star Destroyer, but let's check out the minifigs first. Here is Darth Vader. He's wearing his black suit with button detailing on it, and it looks pretty accurate. He's wearing a black cloth cape and his Vader helmet. Underneath, he has a pretty gaunt and yellowed face, with even some gnarly looking scars on the back of his head. He's also wielding his red lightsaber. Next up is the Imperial Navy Trooper. He's wearing all black with some simple detailing on the body, and he's got kind of a funny looking helmet with indentations that remind me of a wiffle ball. He's a very serious looking trooper, and he also carries a blaster pistol. Next up is the Imperial Officer. He's gray, and he actually has some nice little silver detailing on him as well. He's wearing a gray hat and has a very nervous expression on his face, probably because he has to report to Vader. And in a slightly lighter gray, we have our Imperial crew member. He wears the same gray hat and has simple detailing on the body. And he looks straight up confused. Nobody should have given this guy a blaster pistol. Last are our stormtroopers. They're wearing their white and black armor and have detailed stormtrooper helmets. And as always, they have disgruntled faces and carry blaster rifles. Okay, now let's check out this Star Destroyer. For the size of this model, it looks pretty awesome. The layered top and the front bridge have quite a bit of detail. They even put some transparent stud pieces in between the layers to simulate lights or windows. And the head of the Star Destroyer is curved a little bit to get the shape just right. There's even many different shades of paneling in the back behind the thrusters. It shows that they really tried to make this build as interesting as they could from every angle. And aside from its visual appeal, this model is actually built pretty darn sturdy. You can hold it from the bottom or sides and shake it around if you want, and nothing feels too loose or delicate. You can also hold the ship up from a small hook in the center. The hook is attached to the base of the Star Destroyer very strongly. I'd be comfortable carrying it from that hook, or even hanging the entire model for an aerial display. And just beside that we have two spring-loaded shooters to add a little bit of extra playability. Visually it looks a little awkward with all that green sticking out the back. If you want to keep the model just on display, you can always take those shots out, and there's a hatch in the back of the Star Destroyer where you can store them. But the coolest feature on the outside of this ship are the turrets that move in tandem. By pushing or pulling a small lever in the back, all the turrets swivel in unison. Definitely a fun little feature. Okay, let's move to the inside now. The layered top of the Star Destroyer can be lifted off easily, and then both sides can be folded down completely flat to reveal the interior. And inside you can see there's quite a bit of space for the minifigs. There are many control panels and swiveling chairs in the front, as well as that classic little walkway in the middle for Darth Vader to command from. In the back, the play area opens up even more. On one side there's a device that swivels, and it's got some handles on the edges, so maybe it's a weapons rack. And on the other side there's a big information panel. You can see that it's got some documents about the Death Star, and there's also a nice glass mug. And next to that is probably the coolest part of the interior. We have a very small, what would be a holographic image of Emperor Palpatine. And when you look closely, you can see by the legs and hands that he is a very small minifig Emperor Palpatine. Very cool little detail. And just for the heck of it, let's show this thing off next to the Ultimate Collector Series Star Destroyer. As you can see, it's nowhere near the size, and subsequently there's also a lot less detailing. But the Collector Series Star Destroyer isn't meant to be played with. It's gigantic and very precisely balanced. It looks totally awesome, but I'm not even comfortable moving the thing. But they look pretty cool together. Side by side, I'd say that the Collector Series Star Destroyer looks closer to a Super Star Destroyer. Oh yeah, there's also this sort of small mousy toaster droid that we have too. A very small detail to include, but now that I've got it, I think it's kind of essential for this set. This set is great. Not only are the minifigs cool, but the Star Destroyer looks freaking awesome. And on top of that, it's also probably one of the strongest and most well-balanced models I've ever built. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to buy this set, you can click the link in the video description below, and we'll see you next time here at Brick Vault.